Angela Merkel's CDU party and her coalition partners, the SPD, are both set for huge losses in Sunday's regional elections for the German state of Hesse, plunging Berlin's government into a fresh crisis. Playing down the potential blow, Chancellor Merkel said it was wrong to stylise the vote as a mini-national election. But coming just 2 weeks after the electoral catastrophe of Merkel's Bavarian allies in their state vote, all eyes are on Hesse, widely viewed as a bellwether for national politics. Well, joining me for analysis on this is Jessica Sultz, who's in Berlin. Jessica, what can we expect to happen on Sunday's vote?
Well, it's a very worrying sign for Angela Merkel. The Conservatives in the state of Hesse are really slumping in opinion polls here. And the CDU, Angela Merkel's party, looks set to fall around 11 percentage points to around 27%. The SPD also set for losses of about 8 percentage points to around 22%. And here we're seeing, again, a national trend, the state following a national trend. The smaller parties, the Green Party and also the far-right AfD party, looks set to mop up support here, with the Alternative for Germany looking set to enter the state parliament in Hesse for the first time with around 13% of the vote. Now, Hesse is a very wealthy central German state. They've enjoyed comfortable leadership under the Conservatives for around 20 years. And their incumbent Conservative leader, Volker Bouffier, has tried to keep this election self-contained and immune from the Merkel malaise that we're seeing in Germany at the moment. He is telling supporters to vote for their interests in the state of Hesse and not try to punish the government in Berlin. And we actually heard the German Chancellor Angela Merkel say this herself when she visited Hesse over the past few days. So a sign of just how worried the Conservatives are about the outcome of this election.
Well, we seem to say this a lot, Jessica, but could this spell the end of Angela Merkel?
Well, I think we need to wait to see the outcome of this election. If the Conservatives manage to hold on to power in Hesse, then I think we'll hear a very audible sigh of relief from the government here in Berlin. But if the Conservatives lose power, and we could actually see a shake-up of leadership in the state of Hesse if they lose enough support, then this is a real worrying sign for Merkel, because it will be interpreted as a direct vote against Angela Merkel's leadership here in Berlin. And Angela Merkel will make it very difficult for Angela Merkel to make the decision to stand for re-election as head of the Conservative Party at the party conference in December. Although any possible successors to Angela Merkel are really hard to find at the moment, she certainly hasn't named anyone. But an also worrying sign in this election for Angela Merkel will be the poor performance of the Social Democrats, if that happens, because there's a growing number of voices within the Social Democrat leadership who are blaming their poor performance on Angela Merkel, saying that they are suffering in the shadow of the Conservatives in this government. And many members of the Social Democrats are saying that if they do badly in this election, then it might be time to pull out of the coalition government in Berlin altogether. And that would be political chaos in Berlin. And we may even see new elections, which would not be good for the Conservatives or the Social Democrats.